Darcy Onick.
Yeah, that's right. Here's another horse that could potentially be heading forward like Outdone. I think one of them will lead and gave a really good sight there over the mile, and it's now had 3 mile runs under the belt, and we've seen it stick on well the 2 times that she has led. I expect those to be the tactics, either leading or sitting second here, and I have her as a strong chance. Got her as second picked, in fact.
Number 11, Mrs. BIGNELL, freshly clipped, looks the part. A filly by God's Own, who hasn't been beaten all that far its last couple of runs.
Well, her latest was her personal best run so far. She's had 5 goes, and blinkers applied today as well. That was on a soft 6 track, third up at Ararat, climbing to the 1600, clearly as far as she's gone. So staying at the mile, she's not the worst here by any means. She could get a lovely trail in the race.
CHEVELEY Road, Talia Hope here with a 3 kilo claim. Probably needs to improve what we've seen of late.
Yeah, rank outsider here, CHEVELEY Road. Expect we'll get a fair way back, probably all the way back to last here in this small field, only 7 to go around. And I think from there, the 5-year-old mare is going to have her work cut out getting to them. So I couldn't have her in the picture.
Madam Zabeel comes into calculations, drawn barrier 1. Nice claim for Sally Sweeney, and I thought handled itself not badly on a soft 7 at Werribee.
Absolutely. There was only a whisker between Madam Zabeel and Small Town Honey at Werribee. As I said, soft 7 track that was, so there's some good indications that this mare can handle a wet track. 3 kilos off. Gets her in at as the same weights. Small Town Honey and Madam Zabeel meet dead level at the weights from Werribee last time. That was her best effort so far, so expect from the inside she could trail maybe 4th in the run thereabouts and have a finish in her.
And I know it's one of the, what is the outsider of the field, but Fashionedinheaven I thought looked terrific in the mounting yard and did run a cheeky race couple of starts back at Kilmore.
Yeah, that's right. A second up this time around. Went forward. Here's another horse that's got the potential to race forward. We saw her sort of backing up out of that into a Bendigo. Really dropped away there in her latest on a soft 6 at Ararat. That was a 2,000 metre race. It really didn't finish off at all well. She's been beaten 15, 16 lengths her last 2 starts, so she's got a lift.
All right, your thoughts here for the first runners on the track?
Look, I thought there's a good competitive way to kick off, even with the scratching. It's only a field of 7 to go around. I'm with this favourite. I think it'll go forward, and the way it stuck on in town last time sort of looks okay for its chances here. Small Town Honey won't be far away. I expect it to either lead or perhaps sit second, and it's got a winning chance as well. Guru Jim and Madam Zabeel. So my top 4 picks, they come out of 2 races, 5, 10, 3, 13, the order I've put them in.
Well, let's get a market update for the first. Small Town Honey looks one of the main dangers to the 2 favourites here, and not without some hope.
Absolutely, Dean, and we've got co-trainer Shannon Hope here talking about Small Town Honey and a couple of others you got later on. Shannon, nice effort there. Now, I expect the plan is to head on forward again.
Yeah, she'll certainly be going forward, whether she leads or she'll be sitting. She'll be in the first 3, put it that way.
It's good effort there last time. It was on a soft 7 track. This is a different sort of story onto a 10, but there's some indication there that the cut out of the ground and the wet ground is no problem at all.
Didn't seem to worry her at all. Probably got down in the worst part of the track the other day, but by the same token, she'll be going forward. I thought Richard Lemmings would probably lead. We'll keep it honest and keep her balanced, and hopefully she'll get through it.
A couple of other opposition here. One of the main opposition arising to the 1600, whereas your girls had a few runs at the mile already.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all beneficial, you'd think, going in onto a heavy 10.
Now, separate ways, race 2. You've got this filly improving as she goes along. She's only had the 2 starts. Tricky gate today. There seems to be a few that might go forward, drawn underneath.
Yeah, look, she seems to have good gate speed. She'll probably sit 1, 2. Whether she handles it's another question, but she's got an action like a wet tracker, and she's no star, but either of the opposition.
What about Clouds later on? Is it a star? We saw the horse get a win, get a share of first prize there at Werribee last time and raced forward. And it's another of yours that we should see near the front.
Yeah, look, we'll have to watch the pattern of racing come race 6, but it was good that he won the other day. Probably fell into him. He's probably been looking for 1,1400 right through, but just on one jump out, I thought he would be good enough to get away with the 1100, and he was, but he dead heated, you know.
Yeah.
So.
That's right. We've seen the other winners sort of not perform so well since, but he's a different horse and he's on the up and able to improve. Again, another horse of yours that's that was on a soft 7, so effectively proven all went going.
Yeah, by Bradbury's luck, they seem to handle it. Grey horses, whether you follow that theory, I don't know.
Confidence levels not too bad with your trio.
Yeah, you should have a good day.
Oh, good man. Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you.
There you go. Shannon Hope prior to the first event here. Dean, quick market update. Outdone is now out to $2.15. Open 180. It's been rock solid for Guru Jim. Open 320, got to 340, now back to $3.10. And the other one there, horse that we just talked about, Small Town Honey, 5 out to 6. All others 14 or longer, as you see on your screen there. So 3 key runners here. Market order is 5, 3, 10.
Yeah, it looks a terrific race to start. What is a busy day? Of course, it is Echuca Cup Day. And as we join Rick McIntosh, our caller, Rick, I believe, is this your first Echuca Cup Day?
Oh, it's the first one for a long, long time. Yeah, this date, Dean, well, this is a new date for the Echuca Club. They used to run a course in the long weekend in March. We'll come back to this story. I've got some important information. Yeah, broadcast. Number 12 being vetted. Thank you. So number 12 undergoing a vet's examination there at the start. That is Cheveleys Road, number 12 being vetted. Yeah, so it used to be on the long weekend in March, in which I've, for the last 8 or 9 years, called the Bendigo Madison Carnival on that date. So I've always taken the weekend off, and I think, Brendan Delaney's done one, and Matt Jackson's done one, and Adamo and Cretters have both done a couple, and yeah, I haven't normally have been on annual leave when this race has run on the long weekend in March for the last 8 years or so, Dean. So they've changed the date. We're back here and looking forward to the experience. Outdone favourite here, $2.10. I thought Guru Jim could beat it, but not everyone's agreeing. 10 Small Town Honey, a solid third pick, did get to 6, back to 5. And they're continuing to move in. Cheveleys Road being vetted. Might need that PA taken off the delay if we can. Cheveleys Road to come up. And we'll be ready to go here. It's obviously past that vet's examination, Cheveleys Road, because it moves back in. The first, the 2 Tarts Catering. If you're here on track and you haven't had lunch, I suggest you try the catering. 2 Tarts, they bring us the first, a heavy 10, rail in the true, 9 events. This is Echuca Cup Day, race 1, and they're on their way. And outdone as he did at Sandown, jumped well and is going to be, well, the first leader at least. Got across of Madame Zabeel. Now, Mrs. Bignell goes forward, and so does Cheveleys Road. Small Town Honey is next, being passed by Guru Jim, and Fashion in Heaven settled last and is at a length and a half away at the end. So the race favourite outdone for the informed Jamie Mott. Leads down the back of the 1200, 3 parts of a length on the outside of Cheveleys Road. Madame Zabeel, Mrs. Bignell share third. Guru Jim's back 5th, a length to Small Town Honey, and Fashion in Heaven as last of the 7 runners as they travel down the back of this beautiful picturesque racecourse here, close to the Murray at Echuca, and the front runner is outdone. It's getting all the favours for J Mott, a half length on Cheveleys Road. Madame Zabeel, Mrs. Bignell right behind the leaders at the 800, and Guru Jim is 5th. 6th is Small Town Honey. And Fashion in Heaven is the last one. So they go to the side. Outdone. Mrs. Bignell goes up to join it. Guru Jim hooks out and comes around to third because Cheveleys Road's not going well. Madame Zabeel's on the inside. Then Fashion in Heaven. And Small Town Honey back along the rails. Outdone travels like a winner on the home turn. He's a length to Mrs. Bignell. Guru Jim is getting the ears scrubbed off him. Then Madame Zabeel and Outdone corners in front. Madame Zabeel about to get off its heels. Guru Jim is really battling. He's coming down the outside, but he's not catching Outdone for the moment, although Madame Zabeel goes to it now. And Outdone gives in quickly, and Guru Jim's there to tackle Madame Zabeel. But Madame Zabeel gave a good kick, a length in front. Guru Jim keeps coming, but it's going to be a boil over in the first. Madame Zabeel wins it by a length to Guru Jim. Small Town Honey got into third. Mrs. BIGNELL ran fourth, and Outdone stopped as if he was shot. Then Fashioned in Heaven, and last to finish was CHEVELEY Road.
Great result there for the team of Blue Blood Thoroughbreds, and the Ledger family, Sally Sweeney, barrier one, utilised that gate to perfection, having a nice economical run, chimed in at the 200-metre mark. And as we saw at Werribee last start, it loomed up to win, but has held off Guru Jim, who put in some big bounds late. So the numbers 13, 3 and 10, Small Town Honey, making up good ground to run third. But Madame Zabeel, and a good way to start the day for the Ledger family.
Oh, terrific. They're going to have the chance to top and tail it. Sally Sweeney will ride one of theirs in the last event today as well. She's a lovely ride. I tell you what, she was gifted the inside draw and was able to trail up nice and handy, basically equal third. Trailing up, got through as they straightened, and at that stage our leader Outdone was ticking along okay. That soon ended, and he soon capitulated, and it was left to this Madame Zabeel, our winner, to keep on. Guru Jim, Harry Coffey got this one going on the bend. Got him up there into contention. That was a good ride as well, but he just couldn't run past this mare, the daughter of Zabeel. Too good today. 13 and 3. Small Town Honey got back. A little bit surprising there, but has finished off okay. 11, Mrs. BIGNELL for fourth. So 13, 3, 10, 11. And here's Chris Ledger with Dean.
Yeah, good way to start the day, Chris. I know you've got a busy day. You're here for the whole day, first and last, but a good way to start.
Yeah, it was terrific. We've always thought that she really would love a wet track, and it was survival of the fittest there today for the last little bit. But, she done well, and it's good that last two runs now she's started to find form, which is good.
Fair bit of kickback, obviously, having a look at this track. It's obviously going to top out throughout the afternoon, but a great result for Blue Blood Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, it's terrific for Blue Blood Thoroughbreds. They buy a lot of horses through the sales time and support Mick Price a lot, and we get some of their second ones, and it's a great, this is Zabeel, so they paid a lot of money for it. It's just good to get a return for the owners that have stuck in it.
Well, I'll let you do your job, strapping the horse. So well done to the Ledger family, and we'll have a chat to Sally Sweeney and get her thoughts on the track, because fair bit of kickback, and obviously we're kicking off with a heavy 10. But more importantly, this little man by Zabeel gets a win on the board, which would be terrific from a futures point of view. But Sally enjoyed a lovely run in transit, and when the run appeared at the right time, she let down and backed up what we saw at Werribee.
Yeah, definitely. She was a little bit slow out today, which she can do, and I was quite happy to just sit behind the leader, and she was travelling really sweet throughout the run, and they started to quicken up a bit, and when I asked her to, she did the same, and she really let down to the finish.
And great result. The Ledger family obviously been major supporters for you.
Yeah, definitely. They're good supporters of mine, and great mentors to have. I'm really grateful to be apprenticed to them and be a part of their team.
Now, I want to ask about this track because you're wearing most of it at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit soft out there at the moment, especially getting back. There's a fair bit of kickback, but it'll probably get softer throughout the day, but hopefully all the horses handle it well.
If you're riding winners, it doesn't matter. Well done.
Exactly, thank you. Sally
Sweeney combining there with the Ledger family and Blue Blood Thoroughbreds to get the first winner of the afternoon, Madame Zabeel, as we take a break on racing.com.